Hey guys, so today we're doing a holiday tutorial and I forgot to record the intro, so for like just a few seconds I'm gonna kind of talk over myself here, but the rest of it will be just as normal. But I wanted to do this tutorial that was really easy. Is it throwing you off that my words aren't matching what I'm saying out of my mouth? I think I'm just talking about like the shade or something and how so great it is. But anyways, I'm using the Clinique Acne Solutions and it is really matte, but it's so beautiful and natural if you use a dampened beauty blender with it. So I'm using shade 1 and I really like it, and I hope that you really like the tutorial as well. Let me adjust my mirror because I'm like not even looking in the mirror as I do this. It's not good. So yeah, it's buildable, so like I kind of put it on all over and then I go around and I just kind of like anywhere that needs it. And this is like overkill what I'm doing here. I am going to, what am I going to do next? Okay, I'll do my bronzer. And this, like, I wouldn't even say is, okay, it's kind of like my bronzer, contouring, everything in one, and I hate to even call it contouring, because when you think contouring, you think of, like, drawing the line and being, like, really precise with it. But for me, when I think of contouring, I think of that, but it's, like, more so just giving your face some depth and some dimension, and I kind of do that at the same time. I kind of warm it up, and, like, for me, it's just, like, look, like, my face looks very, like, flat, like, my face just looks very, like, kind of flat, you know what I mean? So I take my Chanel Bronze Universal. I've been using the Chanel brush, honestly, and it's very feathery and nice, and it's, like, I don't feel like it's knocking the makeup off. Do you feel like that sometimes if you use a really dense brush to apply a cream product or something, you feel like you're just rubbing your other makeup off? Sometimes I feel like that. So I just kind of lightly go around and think, like, have those contouring, like, images in your mind. The areas where people usually draw those crazy lines, even along like your nose and stuff, but you don't have to be precise. And like I've always put a little on my brow bone, and you see, it just kind of, I feel like it just kind of made my skin look, it just kind of gave it something. And then you can add a little more if you want. Or you can even go back with a smaller brush if you wanted to like be even more, you know, intense with the contouring. But I really don't feel like I need a whole lot of it, and I don't want it to look so fake. I don't like that. I don't like that look. So and then I'm going to take, is it in this? Yeah. So I had to bring in my makeup bag from my purse. My Lancome CC cushion. These are those little, are these primers? Yeah, color correcting primers. I use them sometimes before your makeup. You can use them after, but most of the time this is how I use mine. If you hear Waylon breathing, he's back there. Normally he doesn't want to be in here with me because I film when Olivia's napping or when she's playing downstairs with Brad, and when I can run up here really quick. And honestly, like, he wants to be with her rather than stuck up here with me. So if you hear him like breathing, he's wanted to be in here with me. So look how pretty that is. Okay, so this is what I do. I haven't been doing like heavy, you know, it's basically the same exact thing that I showed you guys with the purple one, but I think the pink one is even more brightening and more user-friendly. So for those of you that grabbed the purple one when I showed that and may not have, you know, wanted to try any of the other colors because you thought maybe that was the most brightening one, honestly, I really think the pink one is. So you see how pretty that is? And then I didn't have to cake anything on, and you know, I'm not doing anything crazy under my eyes, and you can just kind of take your beauty blender and just kind of make sure that it's all good. And then for my eyes, I'll do my blush last. I just always like to do that. I'm gonna do something a little different with my eyes. So this is a new product. It's not new, but it's new for me. I haven't really used these a whole lot, and I have a bunch of the colors, but this one I really love. They're the Liquid Moon Dust eyeshadows by Urban Decay, and this one's in Chemtrail, so, you know. And so they have a little applicator, and for this look, I want it to be very, like, let me get a little more. I just want it to be very kind of, like, sparkly and beautiful. Let me just get a better mirror, because, can I just be honest, I can't see what the heck I'm doing. Oh, I need to fill in my eyebrows. Okay, so you see how it's just kind of looking like sparkles. It's just beautiful. And what I like about these is that it gives you that kind of like really pretty sparkly effect, but since they're like in a liquid base, they just kind of set. So the sparkles won't go anywhere. They will stay put, which is awesome. So it's kind of a very like cool look. And then I'll put a little bit more. You don't want to goop these up. This is my biggest tip because I used one that was a little darker when I was first trying these out. and I really just like piled it on at the beginning to try to get like the look that I wanted. And it's better, I learned, if you just kind of, and that's really like with most things, even not makeup, like if you want to build something out, do it in small, thin layers. See how cool it is? I don't know if you can really tell how like sparkly and pretty it is. So we'll apply another layer in a minute and then it'll get like really good and you'll see. But I just want to do my brows because they're driving me nuts. I have like no rhyme or reason sometimes to the order that I do things. Okay, you guys, I am so in love with this Benefit, what are these called? The Goof Proof Brow Pencils. Pretty much any of these pencils that have this, like, you see how it's like a wide shape? They're just so good. And I see, like, you know, brow videos, you know, if you see them on Instagram, which I get mesmerized and I love watching those. But I'll be honest with you, sometimes you see people using like a million different products, and I really like, you know, using a product in a pot and then a tiny little pencil. And I mean, I get that, like, because there are just a million ways to do brows. You know, you may want to have like individual hairs, but I've got so many hairs going on that I'm not really like trying to draw the individual hairs. I'm just trying to get like a smooth background, you know what I mean? And I've been doing the bottom too, which I never used to do, and it's kind of cool. I never used to think I needed to do that because the bottom of my brows are just naturally like that. Like I don't tweeze them under there. They just have a good shape. The only thing I really have to do with mine a lot is trim them. So like right there, I just kind of, that's the really one spot that I try to make look really smooth. And see, that's pretty easy. This is so pretty. I don't know why. I'm not a glittery eye person, and I haven't really been a heavy eyeshadow person lately. But you know, like I haven't been into that lately. So this is kind of fun though. It's just very simple and easy, and I guess I just wanted to do a look that wasn't so like involved, but that really looked glamorous and pretty. Like you don't need a million eyeshadows. You don't need a million brushes or to know how to do a million like blending techniques, or your eyes really don't need to be shaped a certain way. You know, you just put this glitter on there and you're good, and it stays. And this one, I can tell when I was blending, I let my finger touch too much on my brow bone, so I've got too much sparkle there. But it's kind of cool. It's okay. But you know what, like honestly, I've kind of realized I like it when my brows get a little longer and then they're kind of softer and I can kind of comb them back, rather than if I trim them, they get kind of like spiky, you know, and then it's like harder to, I don't need to trim them as much. So let me finish the eyes. Okay, so then I'm going to take this and do one more little coat of it. And it feels like nothing on your eyelids, which is really cool. Like it doesn't feel like you're wearing heavy anything really. You see how that's like building it up and it's looking pretty? So like when people look at you, it looks like you've got like bare lids, but then when you kind of turn, it looks really, really pretty. It's just like a subtle, but kind of not so subtle sparkle. It's just not like in your face, but it's just enough to like be there and look cool. That's kind of done, and it's pretty, and it's just kind of cool. Then I'm gonna use, where is it? I want to show you guys this new liner. Okay, it's the Lancome Grandiose liner, and it's just a very basic eyeliner, you know, like the liquid liners that are in the little pots, you know, that you pull out. But the finish is so good. It looks like soft velvet, and then you can turn this in any way that you want to kind of give you more control, I guess. So I'm gonna get it really close to my lash line. I'm not gonna do it super thick. I just kind of want a nice little line, and I'm actually gonna take a pencil and kind of add to it in a minute, and I'll kind of show you what I'm gonna do. Sometimes when I do like really like clean looks like that, I want the liner to be clean. Like I don't want to do a pencil first and then smudge it and then do liner. The only thing about this, well no, it's still doing good. I was gonna say, sometimes I feel like I have to dip it like while I'm using it, like I feel like it dries out, see, a little quickly on the thing. I think because it dries so matte, maybe it just dries very quickly. And like I said, I don't know what it is about bending the wand like this, but it makes it so much easier. I don't know, it's just weird, right? Oh, my stomach's growling now. Yeah, it's not like super thick. It's just really pretty. I'm gonna use some false lashes too in a minute, but let me show you what I do with my pencil liner, and it's in the bathroom. Let me go get it. Okay, I had to go get this Inside Track eyeliner, the Estee Lauder. And what I do is I don't want to put it over that because like I said, I love the finish, but I'm going to put it on my waterline, like on the inside, on the top, so that I fill in every little bit. And then when I blink, if a little bit transfers to the bottom, that's fine because I'm not doing anything to the bottom. I don't know if you can really tell from eye to eye, but that makes such a big difference. Oh my gosh. So yeah, just, I don't know, just easy. And this is the best. I mean, this liner is made to do that. And I use the brown one on my upper lash line all the time and smudge it. And I use the black too, but this is just the best pencil eyeliner ever. And it's double-sided. This one has like a, am I using the wrong, no, I'm using the black side. Has a gray side. And then the brown one is so good because it's really dark, like the perfect brown on one side, but then on the other side it's the perfect nude. So am I gonna do, okay, so I'm gonna use these lashes. These are the Eyelure number 155. These are my very favorite eyelashes I think I've ever used. Ever. They're so good, and I have not been using a lot of lashes lately. Okay, so then I'm gonna use my Chanel just to like get really close. I don't have any like good, I like the kind of adhesive that kind of just paints on, but I have this is the Kiss adhesive with aloe. I don't know, I think for like holidays and stuff, I always say I like liner because it looks glam, but I don't like to do a lot of heavy eyeshadow. I just think that this is pretty, you know? It looks kind of like a wet shimmer, like a diamond pretty shimmer without like, dry looking cakey what am I trying to say, powders. Okay, so getting it really close to my lash line. I should use my little lash tool. See, I'm forgetting all this cool lash stuff. I love those. They're just wispy and perfect. I get these at Ulta, by the way. The good thing is they feel comfortable. They don't feel like really like heavy banded lashes. They don't feel pokey at all. They feel so lightweight. So before, I feel like I have like a curvy eye shape. So I feel like a lot of times, you know, like if the band's too thick on a pair of lashes or if they're like heavily stacked lashes, they start to lift really easy because I have such an arch, I guess. But these are so thin that they don't do that. I remember that's what I really liked about them when I got into them a couple months ago. Okay. So then like on your tear duct, like where the liner starts to kind of, you can take that like a angled brush and you can kind of just like smooth it so that you kind of get that look of like darkness, but you haven't, you know, obviously put a ton of crap down there. For the eyelash glue, see how that eyelash glue dries really, really well. It dries really clear. Next, I'm gonna do a little bit of blush and I'll do my lips last and then we'll do our highlight. I have a really cool highlight product to use. So I'm gonna use this palette. This is the Unfiltered 2 Cheek Palette. I love the color. It's just this beautiful pink. It's dirty. And it has just the perfect colors. This one looks kind of like, let's see, which one do I want to use? Do I want to kind of go more tan or pink? Maybe I'll go a little more peachy. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I find a lot of times like when I do more like plain looks or something like that, I like to do it a little. Ooh, that's so pretty. What is this even called? This one's called Fame. Is this like a regular one that they have? This is a Chanel blush brush. See how it just like gets the color? And I like using this brush for highlight too. I'm gonna do this too, and this is kind of weird because I usually don't do this. I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and this, I'm not gonna like contour. I used just a little bit of my bronzer, you know, and just kind of like did that, but I don't like to like draw a line or anything. But maybe I will. Maybe I'll take just a little bit of this and put it on my beauty blender. And you see how like I don't like to get crazy with it or anything. Did that do anything? I don't know. I'm not really like big into changing the way my nose looks. Like I don't really care. What? Okay, and then I'm just gonna take the middle one. You see how like there's so many different tools and so many things that people come out with, which is awesome, and they're wonderful. But I swear to you guys, I always go back to this dang beauty blender. That's not good. That looks like looks not good. Okay, let me blend this out. And I've got like a freckle right there that's really big, so it always looks like my contour isn't. Always looks like I have like a big blob of contour right there, but just a freckle. Okay. I don't know if that did anything, but that was kind of fun, right? Okay, now let's take the Anastasia highlight kit that I have. This is the Gleam one, which has been kind of hard to find when I use it and link it, and I have tried every highlighter under the sun. Tarte has a lot of new ones, but anytime I go back, and of course I love my Laura Mercier Matte Radiance highlight, but that one honestly is just very, gosh, I mean, it still looks really dramatic. I mean, that's just a very good one. If you had to get one highlight product, that would be it. But when I want like something that looks a little more glowy, I always go to these. And even if you cannot find this particular one, I'm finding any of these, even the colors that I'm not so crazy about, like this darker one, and even this like goldeny tan one, they just look liquidy and beautiful. So I think it's just the Anastasia finishes or the formula. But I really love this color called Starburst. This is my favorite one. And see, I love that, like, I just love that my skin still looks natural. I love that I haven't piled on a lot of stuff. You see, isn't that pretty? And then this crushed pearl color too. Well, I don't know. Let's do a little bit of that. Oh my god, that one's like really intense. I want to do, should I do a little bit of mascara on these? Let's just see. It's not gonna hurt it. Oh my gosh, if you put mascara on these, they get so dramatic. To change it, I don't want it to look super wispy. And then I didn't put any on my lower, but I don't really like to put a lot of mascara on my lower eyelashes because it kind of looks spidery sometimes. I'm gonna use this color, the NARS Rita, which you'll see is very flattering. This is a red that works for everybody. It's not too dark, it's not too orange, too cool, too warm. It's just very good. Okay, and then I'm using this number 40 lip liner by Makeup Forever. And then very thin on that inner part. Okay, this is a limited packaging. I just think this is gorgeous. So look how pretty. Isn't that pretty? You guys know I don't do dark lips a lot. Do I even have a lip brush? I have all those lip brushes that I said, oh, don't use these for lip brushes, use these for eyeshadow, and now I don't have any lip brushes, so now I'm gonna have to use one that's not a lip brush for a lip brush. Is that weird? Oh, that kind of worked good. Ooh, good. Lash fan. The worst. Maybe it's not the best brush to use. I just like to like soften the edge, you know? That's what I mean, like it just works. So then take a, and blotting is essential. Especially for the corners, like it makes the corners look so much more natural. See, it just feels good now. You don't need red lipstick globbed on because you're gonna have the color anyway, so it's better. Kind of, right? This is kind of a good idea with this lash fan brush. Let me just revisit that. So take like a powder, because I didn't powder my face and I don't really do that. And you can kind of, oh yeah, after you blot, okay, that's the key. What was I thinking? I really like that. I think that's fun. And then let me put a little bit of my, this is Ready Set Brow. This is a very good brow gel. I mean, I don't think there's any brow gel that's like, oh, this one's life-changing. Like, you have to, I mean, for the most part, a clear brow gel is going to be fine no matter what kind it is. But I will say, this one really does hold well. You get enough highlight? I don't know. Did we? I think so. I think that's a lot. Yeah, so this is a good, I think, a very pretty, beautiful holiday look. Oh, almost forgot, but I didn't. You can go to a party and feel festive and feel confident, look confident, but you can feel like you're not wearing like a ton of piled on makeup, but you've still got all the effects that all of those piled up makeup techniques give you. You've got really highlighted skin, and you know, your lips look nice, and like really glamorous eye makeup, but it doesn't look overdone. I just really love it, and I feel like my skin looks natural. So that's it, you guys. Definitely check out this Rita. I don't think they always come in this too, but I just thought this one was so beautiful. This is my holiday sweater that I really love. I'm gonna wear this, I think, when I do Christmas dinner at our house. I just really love it, and it kind of has that sparkle to it as well, but it's not super cheesy. So yeah, and then I just have my hair kind of pulled back, just nothing special. It's probably all over the place. Oh, I can't even like really see the top of it, but it's just a very sophisticated, I think, fun look, and it's a little different for the holidays, but not overdone, which I love. So thank you guys as always so much for watching. I really hope this was helpful. I hope that you all have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Love you guys so much. I will talk to you all very soon. Bye, guys.